This storm will ruin the 4th of July, and here's everything you need to know about it. So the SPC has issued a enhanced risk level 3 out of 5 risk to include areas like Tulsa, Stillwater, Enid, Ponca City, and Bartlesville. Now we're going to have quite a Boeing line come in from the northwest. So let's get into this a little bit. The SPC does have a 2% for the extreme northern part of the state, very, very far up. Ponca City might be right on the edge of that. So any areas between the 25 miles of a point here or inside of it could see a low-end tornado risk today, so I would be watching. The SPC has issued quite the high-end hail risk here today. They have issued a 10% Sig 1 hatched hail threat here that includes Woodward, Eden, and Ponca City. So this is where the storms are going to form before they become that squall line that I was talking about. So we could see hail at the baseball size in some of these areas, and multiple storms could even get to baseball size potentially. Now here's the top risk today. So we have a 30% Sig 1 chance of seeing damaging winds that includes Ponca City, Eden, Stillwater, Tulsa, and Bartlesville. That's where the squall line is going to come in. It's going to bow likely and produce winds of 80 miles an hour if possible, or more. I'm not saying we couldn't see 85 to 90 miles an hour. It's really possible, but I think we are going to see more 80 miles an hour. So now let's get into what the storms could look like later. So I think it all starts around 5 p.m. in the panhandle of Texas, where we could see storms start building up. And in the next scan, you can see but sometime between 5 and 6 p.m. we're gonna see potential supercell development over here near Enid and Ponca City and Fairview, and another one actually is going up near Canadian, Texas, going into Woodward. So things are already going to be popping off, probably about when you're starting to get ready for fireworks time, actually, in some areas. So, and then that's the supercells will crash into Ponca City, in Enid, because another one forms just in front of Ponca City. If they got fireworks shows, they're likely going to be canceled if this thing does actually come through while they're doing their fireworks shows here. So, Woodward, you likely are going to get a storm around 7 p.m. Same with Enid and Ponca City as well. So then 8 p.m. we're already going to have kind of a squall line shaped here near Hennessy, Fairview, O'Keene. Our supercell became a nice little squall line. This will move towards Kingfisher and Wachonga and just kind of that general area, but the remains of that cell over there near Ponca City, will still remain. But look at this, we do have a squall line coming in from the north in Kansas here, and you notice that does come down, and you can see here it does have quite the bow on it. So this is where it could produce winds of 80 to potentially 90 miles an hour. And you can see we do got even a hail core here. So hail are still going to be on the table here in this area as these storms come through. And we're still going to have that squall line. So we could see dual squall lines tonight. But they could even crash into each other because this one's anticipated to crash into the other squall line. The model shows us the squall line getting a lot more messy. It's still going to be there. Still produce winds of 70 miles an hour. As it crashed into Tulsa around 10 p.m. Then 11 p.m., that's when it's full on going through. So probably I'd say 10:30 is when Tulsa's probably going to get something. Yeah, but this thing is going to produce multiple hail cores, winds up to 80 miles an hour. So multiple issues, maybe even some embedded tornadoes. So, 12 a.m., now going into Sunday, Old Wolgie, Muskogee, Wagoner, Tailquag, Jay, at Grove. This is when you're getting something, the remains of the squall line here. But then, over here, there's some more storms. I wouldn't be too concerned about these, but there could be some more storms at the back end of this. But then the squall line keeps going until it crashes into the Arkansas border here. So from about 1 a.m. to 2 a.m., this is likely when it's going to start getting more into Arkansas, but Salesville, Stillwell, and Stigler, this is when it's going to be getting to you. And then it crashes into there, and that's to the point where it's not even really a squall-line shape. Alright everybody, thank you for watching another one of our forecasts here. I hope you enjoyed it and you got all the information you need to know on the timing of storms today on the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, by the way. And I don't know if they're going to do a live stream today because I'll be doing festivities for the 4th of July, but goodbye.